Hello, Worth Democrats. Congressman Sean Casten here, and thank you so much for getting out and volunteering today. It is so important that we got to get out there. And I hope you are as fired up about this election as I am after the DNC. I don't know how many of you got a chance to attend, but from wading through the balloons at the end to just probably even more than that, just seeing all the joy and the hope and the love and the sense that politics and public service can be about something positive. You don't just need to go to the ballot box because you're petrified of the alternative. You can actually be excited about what's there. And it was palpable on the ground. I hope it was palpable for those of you who were watching. But I do want to put in a little bit of context. I had the lucky privilege to go and welcome Vice President Harris's flight at O'Hare. A handful of us from the Illinois delegation went out to the tarmac to meet it. And as we were chatting on the runway, I went up to Doug Emhoff and I said, I just would love to know, what has your life been like over the last 4 weeks? Talk about a whirlwind. And he's a really nice guy, as you can probably tell. But he sort of laughed and he said, the nice thing about being married to a talented politician is every day I open up the newspaper and I look and I say, holy smokes, these polls look great. And my wife says, settle down. We got work to do. We got to take nothing for granted. And that's keeps me centered. And, it was funny to hear from him, but it's true, right? We got to stay focused. I want to give you some numbers just to give you a sense in Illinois. Okay, is it a safe blue state? We think about it that way, right? We think about the races. In 2022, just 2 years ago, the top 3 vote getters in Illinois, in terms of the members of Congress who got the most votes in their favor in the win column, in rank order, were, hang on, I got the list here, Mike Bost, Mary Miller, and Darren LaHood in rank. That was not the biggest win margin. Remember, Danny Davis ran unopposed. He won by 100%. But those were the people who got the top votes. Even crazier stat, there were more people who voted against Darren LaHood than there were who voted for Chuy Garcia. That's not a criticism of Chuy Garcia. Both of them won by big margins. But it's a reminder that the Republican base is excited about these elections. They are fired up and they turn out to vote. And our challenge as Democrats is to make sure that our voters turn out as well, and to make sure that those folks who are, I hate to say undecided given the stakes of this election, but maybe not paying much attention yet, that they're educated and they understand the stakes, because the stakes are huge, right? Read Project 2025 if you want to know what the Republicans are going to do if they get elected. They have promised that they will take away overtime pay. They have promised that they will monitor women's menstrual cycles so that they can collect data on how many abortions are spontaneous versus provided by a doctor. That is insane. They've promised that they'll replace the entire constellation of federal workers with political appointees. So instead of having people who really know their stuff when it comes to regulating our airlines, regulating our workplaces, it'll just be political hacks. That's what they've promised. Those stakes are huge. And we know when we educate people that you get the right answers. So go around, knock those doors, whether you do it in Illinois to make sure that people get out, whether you're driving to go out to Wisconsin or maybe out to my friend Frank Merman in Indiana. Go around and help those people. But keep in mind that beautiful line of Abraham Lincoln's when he was asked at the end of the Civil War, did you ever doubt that you would be able to preserve the Union? And Lincoln said, I never doubted for a second, because there's always been just enough virtue in the nation to save it. So carry that spirit of Lincoln with you. Spread virtue, spread love, spread joy, spread hope, spread that trust in democracy that at the end of the day, the majority of the people, if they know what the stakes are, if they understand the consequences, they will vote, and they will vote the right way, because we've always gotten by on that virtue. And I get it. Spreading joy, spreading hope, spreading love, spreading virtue, spreading democracy. That's pretty damn partisan. But I'm proud to be a Democrat and proud to be on the right side of all those issues. Thank you. Now go get to work.